necessary desire to become a cheerleader, you already possess 75% of what it takes to become one. That's right, 75%. The final 25% involving the techniques, the motions, the flair, the attitude, and the exhilaration is what this video is all about.
An instructor for the National Cheerleaders Association. We're going to follow a workout routine developed specifically for cheerleaders called cheer aerobics. Cheerleading's first requirements are fitness and flexibility. Your body must be able to respond to the demands that the sport makes of it. It is essential, therefore, that you warm and stretch your muscles. Attempt the following exercises and movements only after you have been checked out by your family physician. Does everyone understand? Okay, let's hit it.
Okay, let's start with a head roll. Ear to shoulder. Roll under, not over. Make sure you roll under, ear to shoulder, and work that neck until it feels warm and loose. Okay, let's move back to the shoulders. Really work those shoulders. Okay, bring them back, roll them back. Remember, the shoulders are the first part to get sore, so really work on them. And forward. Good job. Alright, okay, let's move down to the waist. Bend your legs, keep your hips tucked under, and keep your shoulders straight. Here we go. Pull, pull. Good. Can you feel it in your waist? Yeah. Okay, now other side. Okay, we're going to move on to butt backs. Here we go. Keep that back flat, keep your head up. You should feel it in your hamstrings. Here we go. Okay, let's move down. Here we go. Now we're going to move into the hamstrings. Here we go. Okay, keep those legs straight. Now let's flex those toes. Hamstring stretches are real important for your jump. Good job. Put your toe down and let's walk it over with our hands. Keep those legs straight, don't bend them. Okay, pull up those toes, flex those toes. Good job. Okay, now let's go into the sprinter stretch. Keep your knee directly over your ankle. Keep both toes going the same direction and push down with your back heel. Okay, now let's stretch it out. Keep that back leg straight. Push down with your heel. Can you feel it? Yeah. Good job. Let's walk it around and do the other side. Okay, come back up. Make sure that knee is directly over your ankle. Push down with that back heel and make sure both toes are pointing the same direction. Okay, let's stretch it out.
Here again, you'll need the suppleness and flexibility for your form.
Good job. Now let's come up and let's do a knee dip. Really go down low. Get up on your toes, hold it for a couple of 8 counts. Get really low. You feel it in your thighs? Yeah. Okay, let's do the other side. Good. Really go low. Okay, why don't we stretch it out for the hamstrings one more time. Really stretch. Keep that back leg straight and push down on that heel. Other side. Walk around with your hands and stretch. Good job. Now we're going to walk it in. We're going to roll up slowly. Okay, roll it up. Your knees are bent. You're going to straighten them out. Roll your upper body. Good job, girls.
While our stretching segment here lasts only 3 minutes, you should build up to at least 6 minutes warming up this way. We suggest you play this segment over before getting into the aerobic exercise.
All right, girls, let's get ready for the aerobic part. Let's start with the hill swings. Here we go. 5, 6. Start your toes now. Now let's move into the get that energy up. Woo! Okay, now let's start jogging. Here we go. Let's get that energy up. Good job. Woo. Now let's lift those knees. Here we go.
Because while the suppleness from stretching gives you good form for your jumps, the stamina you build in these exercises gives power and height to your jumps.
Now let's do high kicks. Here we go. Kick. Kick. Point your toes now. Good job. Let's lift our knees in the kick. Ready? Go. Kick.
Knee lifts and high kicks like we need for super jumps.
Get those legs up. Good job. Now let's get ready for jumping jacks. Work on that endurance. Here we go. You're gonna be ready for those jumps. Let's do those heel tags. Up on your toes. Push, push. Here we go. Good job. Now let's jog in place. Here we go. Starburst.
Just as we recommended in the stretching segment, we suggest you replay the aerobic section here so that you can get good and loose. You can't get in shape in one day, so build up your aerobic work gradually until it lasts about 20 minutes.
Now let's start cooling down, but we'll just step over. Here we go. Good job, girls. You're doing good. Woo! Okay, let's get ready for the cool down. Here we go. Let's bend our knees. Arms up, back straight. Now roll up and down. Really just slow down the pace. Make sure those shoulders are up. Okay, now let's move down to the ground. In the diamond stretch. Put your feet together, shoulders up. You can grab your toes and bend over. Okay, don't force it. Just go down as far as you can. Good job. Now let's go up. Take a deep breath. And down. Stretch those muscles. And up. Go down one more time. How does this feel?
Right.
Good job. Okay, now let's go into a straddle stretch. Point your toes. Keep your back straight. Your arms up. Okay, let's go over to the left. Can you feel it stretching in your side?
Yeah.
Great. Let's go to the right. Keep those legs straight. Point your toes. Okay, now the middle. Raise over your head and go forward. Keep your back straight, your head up, arms straight, and don't force it. This is the perfect stretch to get ready for your toe touch. Make sure your toes are pointed. Okay, let's do it again. Hands over your head, in front of you, and head up. Go down as far as your body will let it. Don't force it. Okay, bring it up. One more time. Over to your left. Make sure your lower arm is under your upper arm. Here we go. Okay, other side. Good job, girls. Okay, and center. Make sure you keep that back straight and your head up. Don't force it. Okay, let's go into the pike. Feet together. Back straight, shoulders up. Okay, arms up. Now let's lean over, keep your head up and point your toes. Okay, come up. Let's grab our toes and pull back. Flex those feet.
Right.
Okay, point your toes again. Lean over. You feel this in your calf. Okay, up one more time. Flex those feet. Great. Now let's go to our ankles. Okay, we're going to stretch out our ankles. Go up on your toes. Now down. And back up. Put your heels down. Now Now stretch to the left. Let's bend those ankles. And down and other side. This is very important for jump so you don't turn your ankle. Now let's go around. Really stretch it out. Other way. Okay, now let's roll up. Like we did before, roll up slow. Let's straighten our legs first. Then our body, go up slowly. Take a deep breath.
If I go shopping this afternoon, I'll never have enough time to rehearse for Monday. But I've got to go shopping or I won't have an outfit to wear at tryouts on Monday anyhow. Cheerleading is most fun and creates the greatest excitement in crowds when it is performed with precision and flair. This calls for correct technique and form. In this section of the video, we will demonstrate those fundamentals of cheerleading you must master in order to make the squad. Now let's take another look at the routine we just saw and identify the hand motions. This first hand position is called the candlestick, and the instructor's hand shows it in perfect form. As the routine moves forward, the girls make a fist. The proper fist is made by curling the fingers lightly against the palm, but not so lightly that it looks like a donut. Now the routine calls for a bucket. A perfect bucket looks like a fist facing the floor, doesn't it? The squad has now shown us a hand clasp. And as you can see with the instructor, you should bring your hands together at about chin level. This really sharp hand position is known as the blade. Lock the wrist straight and keep it firm. Let's take a moment to look at some other hand positions you can use to add variety and expression to your own routine. There's the tabletop, where the hands are fisted directly in front of the shoulders. With those fists turned outward, we have a position we call knockers. And finally, with the hands in blades and slapped together like this, we've performed a brush clap. Let's repeat the routine once more, shall we? Only this time, keep your eyes peeled for all the different hand motions. And when you're practicing at home, do it in front of the mirror so that you can compare your form with the instructors.
I've got to practice for Monday's tryouts, but I've also got to finish my computer lab assignments this weekend.
The next group of movements involves the arms and the legs. These motions must always be sharp and strong, making a real impact on the crowd and firing them up. Weak motions suggest a weak spirit, so let's make them arrow straight and packed with enthusiasm. Now we'll rerun that last routine and concentrate on the arm and leg movements within it. They begin with a classic move called the side lunge, to the left. See from the instructor how the back leg points straight to the side and the other leg is bent with the knee directly over the ankle. Facing the other direction gives us a side lunge to the right. Now the girls have formed a T. The arms run straight out from the shoulders, parallel to the ground, not too low or too high, as some of our squad members have ended up. Parallel. The squad is much better aligned in this position called the V. The instructor is using blades. There is no rule about what you can use as long as the form is correct. You can put any combination of hand and arm motions together. With arms parallel and raised is the touchdown. Notice how they are using fists. The instructor is using blades. Variations for parallels are with the arms out in front and down to your sides. Now look at the girls' feet positions. Feet together means just that. Then feet apart, always well balanced, allowing the arm motions to complement what the feet are doing. The squad is now executing what we call an L to the right. See how they're using candlesticks rather than blades this time. And see how it doesn't look as polished when the form isn't consistent from one squad member to the next. Now the routine calls for an L to the left, making sure that your arms are at a sharp 90-degree angle. The girls are now in an inverted V. The body position may be bent, as in the routine, or erect, as shown by the instructor. Good form is the only rule. Now we've moved into a diagonal. Once again, you can see why the line of the arms needs to be straight. Diagonals can go either direction and be used with great effect. Also take note of how you can use different arm positions with the lunge. Once again, the only rule is good form. As we saw with the hands, there are additional arm movements you can work into your routines. There's the half T, which is identical to the T, except that arms are bent in at the elbows with the hands in front of the shoulders. A left bow and arrow has a left arm extended and the right arm bent at the elbow, while the right bow and arrow is the reverse. So let's repeat the routine once more, and this time, try to identify all the arm and leg movements we've highlighted. The not so good as well as the good, because you can learn from both. And when you're trying them at home, you may want to practice with some of your friends so that you can critique and help one another. That's a big part of what cheerleading is all about.
Today is Friday. Tryouts are Monday. I promised I'd go cruising with the girls tomorrow. I can't back out now, so when am I going to be able to practice?
No individual action fires up a crowd as much as the jump. It's a split second of power, energy, and all the exuberance that your spirit can muster. So let's look at some of the best, remembering that you should normally jump facing the crowd. Before executing the jump, we must know how best to approach it so that we can get the greatest height and sharpest form. The first basic approach is the NCA, or step approach. Now let's look at it in slow motion, shall we? You begin with both arms in a high V position. Take one step forward as both arms swing down, and then, with another step, bring both feet together. As you spring upward, you should lift your arms, head, and chest to gain maximum height. Once more. Get the idea? Next we'll look at the whip approach. And let's see that in slow motion. It also begins with both arms in the high V. Then, without stepping, swing both arms down and then whip them back up as fast as you can, pushing down and then up with the legs to the desired jump position. Again. And no matter what jump you are performing, your toes should always be pointed, your legs extended, and your head facing forward, slightly up, not down. Always land on the balls of your feet, through to the heel, with both knees flexed, then rebound. Now let's see how well our squad jumps, shall we? Here they've opened with a regular tuck jump, and a regular tuck jump as performed by our instructor. Let's look at the form in slow motion. Get those knees right up to your chest. Make sure you keep both knees and both feet together and lift that chest. In this, as in most jumps, your hands and arms take a variety of positions. Repeating the tuck jump in sets of 8 builds stamina, and without stamina, your jumps will never get far off the ground. The girls are now executing a spread eagle. Now, the instructor doing the spread eagle. And in slow motion. For the spread eagle, get your legs straight out to either side, knees forward, and toes pointed. Arm positions that look good here are both the high V and the touchdown. Now you can see how important it is to stretch those muscles if you want great form in your jumps. The routine at this point calls for a herky jump. Let's see the instructor perform this unique jump. In slow motion, you can see how colorful a position it is. The herky must have one knee bent and facing downward, with the other leg fully extended to the side, parallel to the ground, or even higher if you can safely manage it, and with the knee facing up. Arm positions look best at shoulder height or above. Again. The squad is now performing a double hook. And the double hook, as demonstrated by our instructor. Let's see this one in slow motion. For the double hook, we want both legs bent to the same side, with knees facing forward. Again. And one more popular jump, which you may want to include in your routines, is the toe touch. In slow motion, you can see how spectacular it can be. In the toe touch, we sit into the jump, extending both legs into the straddle position with knees facing up. With your arms out to the side, you must keep your chest high. Though it looks like your hands touch your toes, in fact, your toes touch your hands. And see why we want those hamstrings stretched so well? Let's repeat the routine once again while you pay special attention to the squad's jumping form. And when you're practicing your own jumps, why not record yourself with your video camera? That way you can play back sequences of your jumps and compare your form to our instructors. It's probably the most effective way you can use this video, and it will make learning a blast.
Okay. Now when am I going to put all this together? I just know I can get it.
You girls are terrific. Are you ready for the real thing? I've got a cheer to show you that you'll be using for tryouts. It's sharp, it's jazzy, and it's all yours. And it's called